Here we are back with the Bomber Show, Season 5, Episode 2. I have with me a man who needs no introduction, but I'm just going to call him Mary's dad. You may know him as Clarence Pettersen. Very busy man. Clarence, what have you been up to? Oh, never mind. It's going to be a long story. But what do you know about the Bombers so far this season, Clarence? Season 5 on the Bomber Show.
Well, as you know, I'm always excited at the beginning of the year. Mike has brought in some great players for this year, and I think a good crew from last year. So I'm expecting a great season this year. But like, you know, any start of the year, you want to start off on the right foot, start off good. I think they've had a good training camp. So let's get on with it. I'm really gung-ho about hockey. The NHL's on strike. So, hey, it's the SJHL.
Well, and you know, these things have a way of filtering down, you know, because now instead of kids going to maybe out of the dub going to play maybe at the NHL level, they're all bumped down. So kids who might be normally in an NHL camp or playing at that level will be back in perhaps the dub this year. And then some prospects that would have been in the dub maybe get booted all the way down to Junior A, which was, of course, be to the benefit of the Flin Flon Junior Bombers. You know, they got Eberle on their list playing in Regina. What do you know about him?
All I can say is you've really thought this out. What have you been doing this summer? Yeah, I mean, you know, the play, like you say, if the NHL shuts down, it works its way all the way through.
To the betterment of the fans of the SJ.
I guess so. We get better quality hockey players for sure. Yeah, no, I'm excited about that. Hopefully that'll benefit Flin Flon. I know Mike will take advantage of that. Mike always wants to improve his team, and so, yeah, for sure.
Now, what did you think of Mary's performance on the show? Because we got a lot of phone calls and a lot of emails, and I got a lot of, you know, letters written to me at home saying, please don't bring back Clarence and leave Mary on. And what do you have to say for that? I can't believe that, because you're totally right. I have phone calls, don't go back on, let Mary go on. But no, Mary understands that she's my protege, and she will take over when I retire, I guess. Well, and
that could be soon, maybe.
And Clarence, that could be a lot sooner than maybe you're anticipating. Yeah. Tell us about your travels lately. You're a busy man.
Oh, yeah, all over the place. Lynn Lake, I've been everywhere. Lynn Lake, Snow Lake, Leaf Rapids, Nelson House, all over in my constituency. As you know, being the MLA has a lot of responsibility, and it's my job to go meet the people, listen to their concerns, and try and do something about them.
Now, is it true when you were on the campaign trail and you were going to some, what we consider here in Flin Flon, some very obscure small towns, would you knock on the door? Did you ever get any reaction?
Yes. Oh, yeah. People say, hey, you're from the Bomber Show. And I mean...
folks, this is important, because here's Clarence Pettersen.
This wasn't even in my constituency. This was in Thompson.
In Thompson, and there he is, and people come up to him and stop him and say, hey, were you the host with that good-looking fella on the Bomber Show?
No, they said, hey, were you the good-looking guy with the host that was on the Bomber? I said, yes.
Well, I just got a little mixed up, but today we have one more exciting show. The preseason's done. The Bombers have gone 2-2 in the preseason. Some cuts have been made. Some kids are disappointed. Some work has been done. You know what we're going to do, Clarence? We're going to go down. We're going to talk to the general manager, the coach of the Flin Flon Junior Bombers, and we're going to get his eloquent spin on what's happened so far, where we're at, where we're going. Got a big first game is Friday night in Melfort, and then back here on Saturday. I'm thinking you and I should be in the stands for that one.
We will be in the stands. I'm making sure of it. I have to leave for Winnipeg on Sunday, so yes, I'll be here for the home opener. I'm excited.
You're always excited, Clarence. Every season you're excited. The guys feel it. Everyone feels it. The fans around.
I feel like Conn Smythe. You know, yeah, you'd never see anything bad against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Well, you know what? The Bombers are there with me. They're
the concession people are excited that you're going to be back too, Clarence.
Oh, yes.
It's true. So stick around. We don't want you flipping around, because me and Clarence, we're going to go talk to Mikey, and then we're going to try and find someone else who will talk to us. It may be one of the rink personnel. It may be introducing, you know, Dorian, the cameraman, and you doing the camera work. But anyway, don't be flipping around. This is episode 2 of the Bomber Show, season 5 of the Bomber Show.
Season 5.
And we're in HD this week.
Goodness.
HD. We've gone really big.
I think I look
here.
thinner. I look thinner, don't I? Way thinner. Good.
So don't be flipping around. We're going to go talk to Mike. Stick with us. We're right back on Shaw Cable TV, the Bomber Show on Shaw Cable TV. Here we are, back on the Bomber Show. Brett Bame. I got to use this word, Clarence. I know some history on Brett here. I'm going to use the words highly touted.
Oh, Oh, well, that's great. I'm excited about that. Anytime we get a highly touted hockey player, it's great to have him on the Bombers. What a goal. Thanks for coming up. Yes.
So I'm gonna ask you the generic question. Just describe shortly your journey to the Flin Flon Junior Bombers. How did you end up here?
I don't know, playing back home, living at home for my whole life so far, playing AAA and Beauties, and then just made the decision and just after Christmas to come here and play for the Bombers.
Now, was there some competition to recruit you?
I wouldn't say that. I don't know, not really, I don't think.
No, but I can't remember the last time, Clarence, this may actually interest you, Brett has a scholarship already coming out of AAA Midget. Is that correct or not correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
So tell me a bit about that.
I'm pretty excited. That was my main decision to come here, was because I got that, because I was thinking of going in the Western League, but that happened, so I think it's a better option for me.
Which school has recruited you?
University of Minnesota Duluth.
Well, that is one of the bigger NCAA Division I teams, is it not?
Yeah, yeah.
And who's coaching there these days?
Jason Herder and Derek Plante.
So tell me about your game here. What do you bring to the Flin Flon Junior Bombers? What's been your strong point throughout your career so far?
I can score goals. I can make plays. Just anything in the offensive zone I'm pretty good at, I think.
What do you think the university wants you to work on before you go to that next level?
Just battling harder and competing harder, and against bigger guys it's going to be tougher, and D-zone too. Got to get better in my own end, and yeah.
Any impressions of Flin Flon so far? I know you've only been here a couple of weeks, but what's your impression of the community, and maybe tell us who your billet parents are?
It's pretty cool. I like it here. It's different, but I like it so far, so it's pretty good. My billets are Jill Rideout and Travis Rideout.
Oh,
so.
Well, you're in good hands. Would you say, Clarence, they're in good hands?
Very good hands. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. They're a great couple.
Do you know Clarence is the MLA for our constituency here in Flin Flon?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, the show got him elected, so don't forget that. Brett Bame on the Bomber Show, Shaw Cable TV. Don't be flipping around, because I'm going to bring in another player or two, so stick with us on Shaw Cable TV. Welcome back to the Bomber Show with Clarence. We've got Brand Welden here. Brandt is from the paw, playing in Flin Flon, played minor hockey in, what'd you say, Tisdale?
Prince Albert.
Prince Albert. Now, I know that some people out in the viewing audience are thinking, that guy looks a lot like Rob Hart, but I can assure you, I've played hockey with Rob Hart, and Rob Hart can't shoot like this guy. He's got everything else this guy has, but he can't shoot like this. Tell us about your shot. Tell us about...
not Rob Hart. That's what I want to say.
Okay, thank you, Clarence. This is not... This is Brandt. Tell us about your junior career with the Flin Flon Junior Bombers and what you're going to do this year, and give me an estimate on how hard your shot is.
Well, one thing we got to get straight there. Most people gotta say that Rob Hart looks like me. I don't look like him, and I'm hoping
hairs here.
Hoping to have a good season. The shot, I don't know where that came from, but it's helped me in my career, and I love it up here, and couldn't be happier.
It's a D Whistler. Now, do they try and set you up at the point? Have they got that thing going this year where they want you to crank it?
Yeah. I mean, Roach can shoot the puck pretty hard too, so it's kind of nice to have both coming from both ways.
And who are you going to be paired up with this year? Any idea?
Probably be playing with Dallin Hall. I mean, on 5-on-5, and then on the power play, not too sure yet.
And your time in Flin Flon, you appreciate the community because you're not that far from the south. But tell us about your impressions of Flin Flon. It's a hockey town.
Yeah, I know it is. I grew up just south here in the Paw, and it's always been a very traditional community. It's born and bred up in the north here, and I love it here. It's a great hockey community to play in.
So what do you think Mike wants you to work on? What level do you have to get to?
Well, I want to go to the next level, obviously, but this year I think Mike would like me to score some goals and use my head.
What's wrong with your head?
It comes a little loose sometimes, but we managed to pull it together and figure things out.
Well, it's a fast game where we have, and why do I want to call you Weldon Brandt?
I have no idea.
It was Brand Welden. Don't forget that. So, Brandt, thanks for being on the show. Stick around, people out there in Cable Land, Kazakhstan, everywhere else in between, because we're going to be right back with the new trainer of the Flim Flon Junior Bombers. So don't go away.
Yeah.
Why am I in the middle?
Here are with the new trainer, the Flim Flon Junior Bombers, Seaton Pereira.
Yeah, you got it right, Seaton.
I got a prayer because I rehearsed it a couple times before he came on.
I want to interject here. Seaton is from Toronto. He's a Toronto Maple Leaf fan. On my recommendation, Mike hired him because he's a Toronto Maple Leaf fan. So I think good things are going to happen with this franchise with somebody from Toronto. I just wanted to interject that before he really got into the meat of this interview.
Well, do you have a comment on that?
I agree 100%.
Ah, yes.
They found somebody who was a Toronto Maple Leafs fan in Toronto. It's amazing. So tell us about your journey here, Seaton.
Well, I was working at Olympia Sports Camp, which is a pretty large sports camp in Ontario. And after I was done, one of my colleagues who works with Humboldt, she recommended me for the job. So I decided to send in my application. Mike got back to me, and here I am within a week and a half.
Did you know anything about Flim Flon before you came here?
Surprisingly, yes.
Well, tell us, what did you think or know about Flim Flon?
So my boss at Olympia was actually born in Flim Flon. He has several families still here, I believe. Drew Eit, he's a good guy.
Drew Eit?
Yes.
Yeah, I imagine of the Eit family, Jamie Eit. And so what's your situation here? You get billeted out or you find your own place? And
Well, right now the team's provided me with a place to stay. I'm currently staying with Chris Hanna, and that's temporarily until I move into my own place.
Yeah. And have you actually been involved in any games yet?
Yes, the Swan River game, which was last week.
Right. And what did you think of the junior A hockey in the SJHL?
It's a very good league. From what I know, it's a very, very good league. I've been speaking to a couple of guys, and from what I know, the team we have is very promising. A lot of good talent, a lot of good energy. It's fun to work with a bunch of guys like this.
So what is it that you're going to be doing? What does Mike want you to focus on? Is it getting the boys in shape? Is it injuries? What is it that you're going to be focusing on?
Well, my expertise is more or less in athletic injuries, and I'm taking on the equipment manager role as well with Jeff Wood's help, the old trainer.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to bring a lot of new formalities to the program right now, just to kind of make it a lot of paperwork, let's put it that way. So I'm trying to do that, and then I'm probably going to regiment a training program to build on what Mike already has. He has a pretty good...
For each individual player, you mean, or
well,
what?
Depending on the needs, depending on the injuries, we'll fine-tune it based on that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of hoping that you can help Clarence with his physical health, because you could look at the man, he's a mess. I got to tell you.
Don't pull back. You're too close to it.
Thanks very much for being on the show. Wish you the best career in Flim Flon. Enjoy your time, and welcome to the community.
Thank you very much.
Let it go, bud.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Here we are back on the Bomber Show on Shaw Cable TV. Garrett Zalinski, a newbie to the organization. Sure. Tell us about your journey to Flim Flon, how it all worked out. Tell us about it.
Well, I came to camp 3 years ago, and I guess they liked me, so I kept coming back. They kept inviting me, and I stuck around. And
how old are you?
Well, I'm thinking he must have come when he was 12, because you don't look much more than 15 here. Mike, this kid's 15.
I'm 17 right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where'd you play your minor?
I played all my minor hockey in Martinsville, Saskatchewan with the Marauders, and then I played my AAA midget in North Battleford.
Right. Good program there?
It's all right.
You're happy to be here in Flim Flon?
Very happy to be here. I like everybody on the team, and I'm hoping that we're going to have a good year.
Hear that, Clarence?
Yeah. What position do you play?
I'm a defenseman.
Okay. So, and are you a rushing defenseman? Are you a stay-at-home?
I'm more of a stay-at-home kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the great NHL lockout, I don't hate to put you on the spot, but do you have an opinion on that?
Yeah, it's going to be a rough winter not seeing the NHL, but I guess there's always NHL 13 for Xbox. Be playing a lot of that.
You heard it here from Garrett Zalinski, rookie on the Flim Flon Junior Bombers, but that doesn't mean he's not a pro in the interview. Thanks so much for coming on the show, my friend.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck, bud.
Yeah.
And the best of luck to you this year.
Here we are live in Mike's, coaching room here where all the big decisions are. Mike, give us your update on the team and the year that is coming forward.
Well, we're down to 28 skaters right now. We made a couple cuts there after our last exhibition game, and it's just a matter of getting bodies healthy right now. You know, it's been a little disappointing that we haven't been able to put together a full lineup yet and really see what this team's capable of. But at the same time, we ran into a lot of injuries late last season, and I'd rather have them now than come playoff time. So we'll lick our wounds here and get ready for Friday night against the Melfort Mustangs, and looking forward to Saturday night here at the Whitney Forum in front of a packed house. And we always know that it's quite the event for our home opener here in Flin Flon.
Yeah, Mike. So give me an idea what the fans can expect from the team this year. Give me an idea what the strengths are and what you think we have to work on.
Well, I think that our skill level is probably the best it's ever been. I take a look at our team 2 years ago, I guess 3 years ago, when you guys kept hyping up this Royal Bank Cup run.
You said it a few times.
Just once or twice, right?
Yeah.
I thought we had a pretty good skill level there, but this one, I think this team's got more grit, and the skill level's even higher than that team. But we would like to, if there was a wish list for us, if I could talk to Santa here and him bring me a big power forward for Christmas, that would be fantastic. We need to add some size. I think that Hayden Dawes, when he gets healthy, I mean, he's 6'4", he'll bring some size to our lineup, but we would like to add another guy that's 6'3", 6'4".
Goaltending is very important, Mike. And what do we got for this year, and how confident are you in these netminder?
Well, I got some tough decisions to make. Obviously, Devin Buffalo, SJHL Rookie of the Year, is our #1 guy, and Andy Deshotel just got traded from Everett to the PA Raiders, so he's going to be given a really good opportunity there. And then we've got Austin Red Iron, who we made a trade for last year, sending Kyle Olenek to Weyburn, and we acquired Red Iron's rights, and he's been terrific so far. And then we've got an American kid here, Brand Welden, and he's been terrific as well. So the three of them have been phenomenal, and I've got a tough decision to make, but we're gonna stick with three for a while here and just let them figure it out and go from there. But we're happy with all three, and we have a lot of confidence in them.
Mike, any surprises in terms of the roster this year?
I don't think so. I think going into the season, when you're recruiting in the summer, you kind of, make a ghost roster, and this is kind of what we thought it would look like. I mean, there are a couple, two other guys that are with the team that we didn't really expect. Oh, that's business. Maybe a big trade here. I'm not sure. Oh, it's Rob Hart calling about Brand Welden's mustache, but he must have saw this show already live, right? We're live. Yeah. So, no, I think that the team's exactly what we thought it was going to be, except for maybe two guys and that. But extremely happy with the way the guys came into shape. For the most part, I think there's one or two guys that should have made more of a commitment this summer, and now they're paying the price now. But we'll get them back in shape. Georgie's done a good job with them, and I'm just excited to get this full lineup together and see what we can do.
You're going to start with your wish lineup in Melfort, or for Saturday night?
No,
expect to see the
Hayden Dawes will not be in the lineup, as he's tending to some off-season injury that just keeps hampering him, and he's going to see the doctor here Thursday, and hopefully it won't be too long, but I think we're pretty close. I like the lineup that we're going to put in. We've got a veteran squad. We like to think of ourselves as a mature group this year, and hopefully we're not taking the immature penalties and making bad decisions like we were a year ago.
Have you got any idea, or what are you looking at for the captain? Have you announced it, or are we just gonna find out on game day?
You guys are going to have to just wait till the home opener. I guess, well, you'll probably hear, in Melfort, if you're listening to the radio or watching the webcast, who our captain's going to be. But we like to keep that as much of a secret as possible until the home opener.
Was it a hard decision?
You know what?
You need leadership.
It was and it wasn't. I mean, I think this guy has just shown his true character and the perseverance that he's had over the last couple of years, and to me, I think that he's an inspiration to the guys, what he's battled through, and you couldn't ask for a better kid and a guy to represent the club, and I think he's well respected in the dressing room, and you know, I know he's honored to be a captain of the Flin Flon Bombers.
Well, you heard it here first on Shaw Cable TV with Mike Reagan going forward. Home opener here in Flin Flon on Saturday night. You want to get down, you want to catch the Bombers, because truly the SJHL is a very exciting, competitive, hard-hitting, fast hockey league. Mike, thanks for being on the show. You know where me and Clarence will be Saturday night?
Yes, I do.
We'll have our note paper ready for you and little airplanes. Hey, and you out there, all the way around the world, thanks for tuning in to the Bomber Show. Make sure you're at the game, because the most exciting place in town, Saturday night, Flin Flon, Manitoba, is at the Whitney Forum when it's the Bombers hosting the Melfort Mustangs. So get on down here, and thank you for tuning in to the wildly popular Bomber Show on Shaw Cable TV. So we'll see you next time. We're going to be on it at the top of every hour, so you'll be able to watch this to your heart's content from here to Kazakhstan. 5 years. 5 years we've been on. I'm going. I'm still talking. Turn that off.
I think we're done.
Turn it off.